The police want to interview me. Strange. I never even applied for a job there. Oh yes, welcome back for a Wacky Wednesday. Let's just hope the Dunstables haven't ruined it for you yet. Now, speaking of the thicko officers of the law, armed police have swooped in after a large container of fuel is stolen. Now, I'm no scientist, but I've watched the Die Hard movies. I know that bullets and fuel don't mix very well. Yes, West Midlands Armed Response Unit, they are big units, aren't they? Anyway, they assembled their big units after a large container of fuel was stolen from a petrol station. Well, thank heavens that not one bullet was fired after a short pursuit. 3 occupants were arrested. One of them already wanted on suspicion of robbery, and another one of them already wanted on suspicion of burglary. Anyway, well done to the police for actually doing their jobs for once.
It's about damn time.
He's back. He's back. Oh look. Say hello. Say hello. Speaking of more thickos of the law, we've got another one here who needs to realise he can't do 2 things at once. A police officer is suspended from driving after watching football on the way to an emergency. Now, I don't know what's actually more stupid, doing this or uploading a video of you doing this. Excuse me? Excuse me? We are live. Don't interrupt the broadcast. So these 2 thickos thought it was a great idea to watch the footy on the way to an emergency with their blue lights flashing, and yet, as of yet, has only been suspended. One of the officers can be heard laughing and a siren blaring in their video, setting amazing examples to members of the public who would be thrown in jail for doing the exact same thing. No idea on the stipulations of the suspension, but if it's anything like normal, he'll be suspended on full pay for the next 43 years pending an investigation, then he'll quit the day before the hearing trial, leaving the taxpayer to foot the bill.
Correctamundo.
More news in the bonehead boys in blue. Police are given special powers to disperse gangs in Cardiff. Ho ho ho, fantastic! Special powers to disperse gangs? Whew, calm down. Why we need special powers to disperse gangs, I have no fucking clue. Isn't that part of the job description? What's next? Special powers to arrest bonus hole holders for not showing their bus passes? Oh wait, they done that. Police, special powers? Yeah, you're special for sure. Also, police in Swansea have been granted extra powers to deal with antisocial behaviour from children as young as 10. Brilliant, they're finally allowed to deal with little shits as well as dealing with gangs. Thank you.
I'm picking up your sarcasm.
Well, I should hope so, because I'm laying it on pretty thick.
Now, let's switch it up. Let's have a look at some of their dumb opposition, the criminals. A man has been found guilty of being the Somerset Jimp after terrorising female drivers in his black latex suit. First of all, we just need to get our heads around this. Joshua Hunt, who looks like a hunt, is 32 years old. 32? Come on. I am not buying that for 1 second. Anyway, he liked to don his favourite latex suit and terrorise people in the night. Yet told police he wasn't a jimp, nor did he own a jimp suit. He said that they can take the cuffs off because he's a normal person, though also said he has a few problems and needs some help. He also said that he not only feels like shit, but he covers himself in shit too. Oh, what a bizarre creature. I hope he gets all the help he needs from the inside of a very thick padded cell.
What an idiot!
In theft, we have a man here who is stealing more than just oxygen. A man stole £7,000 from a popular Didsbury pub before confessing to police that he'd spent it. Yes, this loser stole the pub's New Year's Eve take-ins before gambling it away. He was caught on CCTV stuffing bundles of cash into his pocket whilst cashing up. So not only is he a terrible thief, he's a shit gambler as well. Anyway, don't worry about robbing your employer of £7,000 in just one night, because the judge jokers will come in again to save the day and give you a 6 months prison sentence, suspended for 2 years. Oh, give up.
Fuck this shit!
We've also got some robbery in Northern Ireland. Tanks of cattle seamans are stolen near Clougha. No idea, how'd you say it? Tanks of cattle seamen are stolen. Come again? Police are appealing for more information and witnesses after a burglary saw 2 artificial insemination tanks were nicked. Now, I know the price of milk has gone up, but who in the world needs a big bucket of cow jisms?
I don't care what your favorite flavor is.
We've got an EFL fan who's been banned for life and arrested over a shameful racialist act towards a goal scorer. Look at this moron. What is the need? Were you trying to be funny? What complete I hope that you're locked up with all big black dudes for the next 10 years. I hope you lose your job, your wife, and your council house. There's no need for this.
That ain't right. Shame on you.
In more proof that we need better sentencing from the judge jokers, we have a creep who mocks the justice system after he posted a pic of his 7th court appearance just this year. Yes, 23 years old, 7 convictions for 42 offences, 7th appearance in court this year. And again, the judge jokers think it's best just to give him another suspended sentence. Anyway, it shows how many shits this little shit gave when he posted his happy face comment for his triumphant victory after being let out the front doors of the court after entering a guilty plea for touching up a little boy. Time and time again, we're seeing a ridiculous amount of people with a ridiculous amount of offences being allowed to walk free to be able to carry on doing the same thing over and over again. When are we going to learn?
The answer is never.
Well, it's not going to start here either. Here we have a gang running a £2.8 million flour factory from inside of an old disused bank. They've been jailed, but wait, barely. Yes, these 7 very English looking men, all with very English sounding names, got very English sentences for their parts in their £3 million worth of Wacky Backy. Here you go, I'll put their names and their sentences, what they got, up on the screen now. Not a single one even hit 3 years in jail. And all of them probably only going to have to serve half of that. Who wants to guess that they're all fleeing terror to become gardeners within the UK?
Oh, you're probably right, as usual.
British rapper Fredo is arrested and held in a Dubai jail for concealing the Wacky Backy and now faces up to 3 years behind bars. Well, I'm learning new things every day. I thought that Fredo was a chocolate bar. Anyway, the gangster rapper has been held for trying to carry the narcocos on his person, which is not very bright in a country with zero tolerance rules. It's likely it'll take years before he even gets a hearing. You would have thought that he would have learned his lesson after being arrested previously for similar offences after returning from Barbados in July, and also when he was caught driving over the illegal drug tolerance in London. Well, as we've seen before,
Get what you fucking deserve!
let's just take a look at some foreign crimes just to show that we're not alone in all of this madness. A baker who was caught peeing into mixing bowls wins £20,000 compensation from ex-bosses. What? So before I tell you how she won this, let me tell you what she did. She was caught on CCTV crouching down and urinating into mixing bowls that were used to make the bakery's goods. Is that where sourdough comes from? Right, anyway, how did she win? I think that this is really taking the piss. Spain has a law where cameras can't be put into places which the staff use for recreation and rest. But wait, there's more. Because the bakery did not have a designated changing room, it meant that workers had to also change in the area that was used for production. Wow.
Man, this is some bullshit!
Right, so what have we learned today? Bullets and fuel don't mix. The police are more interested in watching the game than catching criminals. People couldn't give 2 shiny shites about their sentences. A Fredo is not just a chocolate bar. You can piss in the bowl and walk out with 20 grand. And it's good to be back. Signing out.